Hey guys, Sean here with Bourbon and Sports, and today we're going to be talking about how to age your own bourbon at home. So here we have our Wild Turkey 101 that we placed in this barrel. It has been in here for about 4 weeks, and today we're going to do a side-by-side tasting and see how it turned out. Not gonna lie, so I've tried it a few times along the way, and I really like how it's gone throughout this process. We're gonna pour it in our new little Star Wars decanter, our Stormtrooper, and I'm excited. So let's jump right in. First of all, we are gonna pour a little bit of the regular Wild Turkey and then also the aged Wild Turkey and try it side by side. So anytime you're pouring out of your mini barrel, you have to take the bunghole out first so that the air can go through there and push the alcohol out. And here we go. Here's our first pour. And already it's looking much darker. All right. So as you can see, it's already, you can tell just from that little bit that it's darker. So we should have some more flavor to it, and we'll be able to tell a lot more when we pour it into here. So let's go and jump in. First I'm gonna do the base and try the non-aged Wild Turkey. So yeah, just like I remember, good bourbon. Yeah. So just based off the smell of the aged Wild Turkey, it definitely, I smell less ethanol. It doesn't smell as hot as some people would put it. Much more subtle. Smell more oak in there for sure. Yeah. It smells more smooth. It doesn't get you with that alcohol smell right up front. It smells similar, but I definitely smell more smokiness, more oak to it. It smells smoother. I don't know if that's a real thing or not, but just from the smell of it, I feel like it's gonna go down a lot better. Definitely, I taste that wood, that oak up front, and then get a good, still get some of those vanilla sweet notes coming through at the end, but I definitely get the wood up front, that oakiness. Oh yeah, very strong oak finish. Smoky finish to it, even more so with the second sip there. I definitely really like that. That was pretty good. I definitely like the product that we have here. So I'm gonna pour it in our Stormtrooper decanter that I got here off of Amazon for $22. I think it's a steal, especially for a Star Wars fan like myself. I will link it down below if you want to check it out. So I got a little funnel that the redhead barrel came with. Gonna use that, and we're gonna pour this out, and let's see how much we got, how much we lost to Devil's Cut and Angel's Cut, and also Sean's Cut, because I've already had some. Let's not spill any along the way. So right now there's probably a good amount of bourbon that is soaked into this wood, which is fine with me because it's just gonna be more flavor that comes through on our next go around. Our next go around, we're gonna do the Buffalo Trace mash 1, I believe, and we're gonna fill that up and leave it for about 3 months. And that'll be a neat process to follow. If you're excited about that, subscribe so you get notifications of the videos. And I'll be doing updates every 2 to 3 weeks. One of the couples I saw do it, they were trying it every 2 weeks, and it just was not, because you're starting with the mash. The mash is what goes in the barrels at the distilleries, so that's going to need a lot longer time. This bourbon that I'm using here has already ran its course through a full-sized barrel and is a finished product. I'm just trying to add some extra flavor to it and experiment, and for me, I'm trying to season the barrel to see what we can do with it. Wild Turkey 101 is a great product. That's why I chose to use it. It's cheap, it's affordable. It is a top 5 budget bourbon on almost anyone's list. If it's not, it's a top 10. But I think I've seen it on just about anyone's top 5 budget bourbon, because I'm balling on a budget. So I do my research, and I have 3 kids under 2.5, and I have 1 on the way. I have twins, and kids are expensive nowadays, so I can't spend all my money on bourbon, and it's a hobby that I enjoy very much, and I would like to continue it. So that's why you have to hunt smart, and we will do some videos on that as well. We have a Facebook group, Bourbon and Sports, on Facebook that we just started that is geared to anyone that loves bourbon, honestly, anyone that loves bourbon and sports and just bourbon in general, but a more friendly place for new people to bourbon, because that's one of the things, and the reason I'm doing this is I want to share my experience as a newer person to the bourbon world and how I'm navigating through it. Maybe some of my things that I do can help you save some money, enjoy your bourbon more, or just have a community to enjoy it with. There's nothing better than sharing your finds, what bourbon that you find at a good price, and what bourbons you like and don't like. I like reading comments because I don't want to spend a lot of money on a bourbon I don't enjoy. If you want to spend $200 on a bottle of bourbon, and you can, good for you. I'm not judging you. Just like don't judge me for wanting to drink an $18 bottle of bourbon that tastes very good. And blind taste testings matches up with more expensive bourbons. But I also like my little bit more expensive bourbon as well. Okay, so that is way darker than I thought. There's not a lot left in here, but you can see the difference. This to this. That's about 4 weeks. There's still some more in here, but man, I am very surprised, very pleased with how this process has gone. Alright, so there's the difference. Wild Turkey 101 aged 4 weeks in our mini barrel, and regular Wild Turkey. Stormtrooper looks pretty badass. I'm very excited about my Stormtrooper decanter with my little mini barrel. Now it's time to enjoy this and go ahead and get ready to put some Buffalo Trace Mash 1 in here. I believe 4 bottles, 4 of the 375 bottles in there, and we're gonna let it age. And we're gonna try to make some Pappy, because you know Pappy's made by Buffalo Trace. I'm not sure which mash they use for the Pappy actually, but yeah, we're gonna try to make some good quality bourbon with the Buffalo Trace mash. So far in my first batch of my own bourbon. I guess I should say my own aged bourbon. I'm very, very, very pleased with the Redhead barrels. Not much I can say besides a good quality product. So far it's been fun. I've really enjoyed it, and it's turned out to be some good bourbon. Some good, unique tasting bourbon that I don't have, that I can add to my collection. I can share the story when I share some bourbon and some drinks with some friends. Tune in, like and subscribe if you want to check out our journey of trying out the mini barrels. Also, we have some really neat videos coming up for you. We're going to get the interviews rolling here shortly. But like and subscribe if you like what you've seen so far, and if you want to join this bourbon journey with us. Also, go check out the Facebook page if you want to join our bourbon community, where we just share our bourbon stories, what we're drinking for the day, or just BS about some sports. March Madness is going on. Rock Chalk Jayhawk supporting my team in the Final Four. Comment down below if you have tried a mini barrel, or if you are going to try, what you're going to put in there for the first go round, and share with us your thoughts on it. That's all I got for you today, guys. Sean with Bourbon and Sports. Tune in to see what we do next.